Today we are painting the new Castellan Crowe. I'm not gluing his head on because I like to paint white helmets differently because I hate painting white on his paint, so I'm just going to spray the head white. The first thing you got to do is drop it on the ground and break 3 of the spikes off the top that you will never be able to reattach. Ugh. I probably have another iron halo somewhere in here. What even is this? This is like tiny rhinos and space marines. No luck. Looks like we gotta dive into the mines. Sacrifice this chaplain sprue. Okay, red. It makes my Crowe unique. Alright, let's go prime this boy. After priming, did a quick little heavy dry brush of Leadbelcher.
I lost the footage, but drenched the entire model in Drakenhof Nightshade.
And while that wash is drying, we're gonna also apply some more Drakenhof Nightshade to his head. Just painting the recesses, and we'll clean it all up later. And now that he's dry, let's do another layer of Leadbelcher. And we finished up the armor with a quick little zenithal highlight of Granite Steel, looking all shiny. Now I'm going to do his other metal parts. Retributor Armor. There's some Iron Warriors on there, mostly on the Stormbolter, a couple of the smaller metal parts like the chains, but it's becoming very evident that I need to do the red next before I can address anything else. And there's 2 dry layers of Khorne Red on the cape and the flag. We're going to do easy, lazy cloth detail now. I will show you this patented technique. First step is to drench everything in Agric's Earthshade, and then let it sit around for like 30 minutes. Well, we're waiting that to dry. I did a couple more like brass details in places. I painted white onto the shoulder pad, which I really should have sub-assembled now that I'm thinking about it, because I had to brush on white, and I always hate brushing on white. What else did I do? Oh yeah, I finished the head. Nothing crazy done here. Put a couple of colors in the hose. Put some white, some ceramite white into the eye sockets, and then dabbed it with, Gulliman Blue, which, rip, that no longer exists. I just gotta go over this with a little bit of Agric's Earthshade, and then I'm done. We can set that aside. Old Crowe is going to hold up new Crowe's head so that I can place new Crowe's body on my sole paint handle now. Cape still isn't fully dry, so I'm gonna do, let's do some of the scrolls and stuff. Use some Vorbak Red to just do all the like wax and edges of the books. And now we are ready to move on to step 2 of the incredibly easy, lazy cloth method. Step 2 is just dry brushing Khorne Red. Next, find a lighter red. I like Wazdakka because it makes my wife laugh. Dry brush the Wazdakka over the cape and the banner. Then grab one shade even lighter, like Evil Sunz Scarlet, and do a really, 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 really light dry brush. Lovely. Just barely touched the most raised edges of the cape with the Wazdakka. And we're done with the cape. Look at that! I mean, we're going to have to do some detail work on it later, but we're done with it mostly. Normally I do all my paper and purity seals with Screaming Skull, but I ran out of Screaming Skull, so today we used Shabti Bone, and it turned out fine. With Corvus Black, I've gone over just a few details. The Stormbolter casing, got that all black. Also did the pole on the back there. And down here, I just based the sword with Corvus Black because I know I'm going to need that later. I think we're ready to put a wash of Agric's onto most of the body, and then I can start working on this little banner up here. And of course, when I say shade everything, I mean shade the details. And there's nothing quite like throwing in a shade to make you realize all the details you missed. So I have to go around and do the corners of the little books and things. I gotta redo the chain on there, gotta do some metals. I'm just gonna redo some of those details real quick. Okay, time to put the details on the banner. We're just gonna use some really base colors, I think, to make it look more like it's art. And as for a wash, I went with Seraphim Sepia because I think the little Agric's would have stained too much, and Seraphim's it's a really light wash, and I think it encourages the whole, like, this is art that we made kind of thing. And I couldn't really figure out what to do with all that stuff on his belt, so I just kind of put some colors there, and if you don't mind, I'm just going to rest of the fucking owl that bit and move on to the sword. Full disclosure, I don't paint a lot of flames. I've painted some, like here's some fire on a little demon guy, but for the most part, I don't paint a lot of fire, so I'm going to try something out here. We'll see if it works. Alright, first thing we're doing is a layer of Wraithbone on there. Alright, I did a layer of contrast Magos Purple. It's looking okay. Let's see if we can make it look a little better. A little bit of Genestealer Purple on there. Xerius Purple even further up the flame. Dusted the tips of it with a little bit of black. And I think I like how it looks. I think once it's contrasting with the lightness of the background of the base, I think it'll look great. Fill in all the runes with purple. Another black dry brush over the runes to leave a little bit of purple in there. Back to Genestealer Purple to highlight the bleed. Some Screaming Bell. A couple more highlighting details with Slaanesh Grey. Washed the haft with, oh god, what is that? Drakenhof Nightshade. Also, I put his head on. Used my beloved Micron pen to do the scroll work. And, oop, I missed that purity seal. But after that, I think we might be ready to base this guy. Alright, and we're just going to do quick base. Administratum Grey. Astrogranite to sort of blend in the scenic base with the base itself. Your metal of choice on the Chaos Star. A Nuln Oil wash to really darken that down. And lastly, sorry, my hands are shaking so much, I just got back from the gym. Lastly, I just dry brushed some Lothern Blue around the base so that he just matches the bases of the other figures in my army. And I put a circle of black around the bottom, and he's ready for some glamour shots.
All right, there we are, finished product. I did this model in about 24 hours because I had to prep it for filming the Hexfire series that my brother and I are doing, but I'm very pleased with it. It's not the best paint job in the world, but it's quick, and it's good, and he looks nice, and he'll look great on the table. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, maybe give me a like and a subscribe, and blah 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 YouTube platitudes. Thanks so much everyone, see you next time.